Bismillah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sebentar. Pengaturan. Kasih. Nah, bentar. Fast. Assalamualaikum teman-teman. Kita akan melakukan, atau saya akan melakukan ini ya, calisthenic. Kita akan latihan kaki dengan menggunakan rompi pemberat seperti ini. Ini akan saya isi dulu. Ini ada 4 berarti sekitar 1,5 kilo. Jadi ada sekitar 6 kilo ya. Rombinya berat 6 kilo ya guys.
Not been able to do field work because of the COVID situation. I got these pictures from camp where we see the condition of the trenches of Israel underground, how they look like after 3 years when nobody has been down there. The ceiling has went really far down. It also look more dramatic.
Halo guys, ini aku akan melakukan calisthenics leg day ya, latihan kaki. Ini gerakan pertama jump squat. Jadi saya pakai rompi ini. Nah, harusnya 5 set. Tapi saya kurangi jadi 2 set karena ini udah 3 pekan nggak latihan karena sakit punggung. Makanya ini saya kurangi dulu 2 set. Ini jump squat. Set pertama sebentar, undang Theos Retarded untuk bergabung dengan live sebagai tamu. Nah, 1 set 15 repetisi. Nanti teman-teman bisa ikuti juga atau bisa dicatat untuk latihan di rumah ya. Saya set dulu bentar.
So all the ceiling has been cut, all the space above the cabins, because some of the cabin was also crushed a little bit.
It's been weeks of hard labor for the team.
So now we are done in the trenches. All these were made of like balloons, like the brick balloons that we blow up, covered with like
lumayan guys, lama nggak loncat-loncat, quadricepsnya kena ya, jadi paha depan. Ini paha depan ini yang kena lebih ke sini, yang sini, quadriceps. Kalau ini nanti bisa pakai yang squat dengan kettlebell atau barbell untuk pemberatnya, dan lunges juga bisa. Ini istirahat sekitar 1-2 menit, 1,5-2 menit dulu ya bro.
As a scientist, I'm on a singular mission to find the coolest experiments the world has to offer. And see how they can improve our everyday lives. With the help of some expert friends, we'll discover the secret.
We didn't have to. Never had that before. It's like we could choose another.
Lanjut lagi, set kedua 15 rep.
Sometimes you just have to try like how to do the 7 times every time. Doing a little fast this time. So we can start slowly the flow and start going. Okay, and then now. Now we're there. Yep, it's in. In a few seconds or like minutes, the fuel will come up from the foreground, and I'm just standing here and see if I can see it.
This drill is a time machine that lets us go back into the past to solve the mystery of solar storms. When the sun's last solar storms are executed, the high-energy particles slam into Earth's upper atmosphere. The force of this impact creates altered versions of elements called beryllium and thorium. These unique breadcrumbs
Ini kalau
the ice sheet and are buried on layers.
bro, siapa lupa tadi sebentar. Bro Theos, terima kasih. Ini kalau set yang normal, saya biasanya pakai 5 set di 15 repetisi. Tapi kalau misalkan nggak kuat itu turun jadi 12, itu lebih panas lagi. Ini 2 set, habis ini squat. Ini udah 6 kilo, saya tambahi pakai kettlebell yang 8 kilo. Sebentar, istirahat dulu.
Measure it, Johannes. Length 3.1.
As the team drills deeper into the ice, they uncover a much larger range of time in which ice core scientists could find a potential solar storm.
We don't know how it will go, but it has been extremely successful, and we have built now more than 200 meters of ice core.
These cores may be the key to 2,000 miles away.
Where we are going now to Central Gas is basically just a huge freezer that contains kilometers of ice that comes from Greenland, split into smaller pieces that are stored in boxes.
Thousands of years of solar activity are sitting right here in this room. And so are the
Squat
keys to a
2 set,
historic catastrophe.
masing-masing 15 repetisi dengan penambahan kettlebell 8 kilo.
Just extracting a nice sample takes so much work. Just think of the number of people that are in the field to get the camp going and to get the drill work. It's really lucky to be able to move one of these samples. When we analyze a layer of ice and measure beryllium and chlorine, we're being able to read a page in the history of the Earth. We will prepare these samples for the measurement of beryllium and chlorine to see if we can find a solar storm. So these are the results from the solar storm that we found about 9,000 years ago, and you can just tell that it's really an outstanding peak. You can see that there's a big spike that can be seen in every record.
And there is, the spikes are those telltale altered beryllium and chlorine breadcrumbs that indicate a giant solar storm. 9,000 years ago, humans wouldn't have been affected by this solar storm at all because there wasn't any technology to wipe out. But if it is today, it would not have the satellites,
Biasanya saya
doses of radiation,
kalau misalkan latihan ya,
black out the power grid,
itu dengan perut kosong dulu.
alive.
Itu lebih enak ya. Jadi nggak perut sebah gitu, paling cuman minum kopi tanpa gula, atau bisa teman-teman cobain kopi dengan gula tetes, itu lebih aman ya untuk asupan gulanya. Terus selain kopi itu biasanya saya minum larutan garam karena toleransi garamku itu banyak. Jadi biasanya aku buat larutan garam itu untuk minum. Pengganti seperti Pocari ya, penambahan elektrolit.
Something else about their finding highlights why this discovery is so groundbreaking.
So when you say that the solar storm that Paul discovered was probably at least 100 times bigger than the solar storm that hit Earth in 1989.
Kalau teman-teman
And
suka dengan kalistenik di rumah ya, itu paling tidak bertahap beli alat-alat.
bigger than
Itu akan memudahkan teman-teman latihan di rumah. Jadi hemat waktu ya. Beneran hemat waktu, tinggal nanti jadwal aja yang tepat kapan. Lanjut squat with kettlebell 8 kilo 15 repetisi.
If we could uncover more solar storms embedded in the 130,000-year ice record of Greenland, we might be able to piece together a pattern to predict when they might happen next. With this information, engineers can actually harden our spacecraft to make them less vulnerable to these solar storms. It's incredible to think that even though there are no written records 9,000 years ago, we still know that this event occurred because it was recorded in this ice. How incredible is it that we, children of the universe, just made up of star stuff, can actually learn about stars and learn about the universe as we study these icy environments? I set out to study the Earth's precious cryosphere and to see how much it could tell us about other worlds. Along the way, I've met other scientists who are lifting the ice to uncover deep secrets about our universe. All this work that we're doing on the ice is expanding our knowledge of the mysterious cosmos and all its mighty and destructive forces. There's so much about our universe that we don't understand, but it turns out we don't have to go far.
Barusan squat terakhir 2 set. Habis ini tadi squat normal ya, dengan rentang kaki itu selebar pundak. Nah habis ini latihan close squat, jadi berdirinya dirapetin. Kalau tadi agak lebar, sekarang rapat nanti. Repetisinya 12. Tak lanjutin ya. Tadi jadi biasanya setelah latihan ini saya nggak makan lagi ya, nggak makan itu sampai jam 15 atau 3 sore. Jadi hanya minum es teh tanpa gula, air mineral atau kopi dengan gula tetes. Jadi nanti mulai lagi makan tuh atau kemasukan kalori tanggal jam 3 sore itu biasanya minum whey. Terus camil sapi gitu, kerupuk rambak sapi gitu kan. Nanti makan besarnya itu jam 5 sore kalau enggak habis maghrib. Jadi biasanya cuma sekali makan besar dengan porsi protein banyak.
Just like a baby develops. A baby's brain is most developed in the back, and it's not till your late teen years before finally the prefrontal cortex is developed as well. Stay tuned for more curious moments right here on Curiosity Channel.
Lanjut close squat dengan kettlebell 8 kg 12 rep. Quadricepsnya udah mulai senut-senut bro, udah dari tadi ini. Renggangnya rapat ya.
Stay tuned for more curious moments right here on Curiosity Channel.
Today, we're painting in color with science.
Atoms have colors.
From a mind-bending balloon trick to burning the full spectrum of the rainbow. Really vibrant red. Find out when you go. Wow, the power. I'm Nick Haas. Welcome to Oddly Satisfying Science. As a scientist, I'm on a singular mission to find the coolest experiments the world has to offer. Wow! And see how they can improve our everyday lives. So as I grab it, with the help of some expert friends,
Saya tinggal buat kopi dulu.
of the universe, one awesome explosion at a time. Seriously, do not try this at home. You may have learned once upon a time in art class that the primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. Because those pigments cannot be created by mixing other colors together. But light is a whole different medium. Today, we're going to see how the primary shades of science can illuminate our world with color. Hey, Alex. Hey. This is my good friend Alex, and she's going to tell us how we perceive color.
So what I have in front of me here are 3 different light bulbs, and I'm going to use these today to talk about how our eyes understand color. The first thing I want to tell you is that nothing around us has color. all these different surfaces, and specific wavelengths of light are bouncing off them and bouncing into our eyes, and specific photoreceptor cells in our eyes are perceiving those light waves as color.
That's right. Science says color is not inherent in an object. We see color because objects absorb some wavelengths of light while reflecting back on others.
What you're saying is maybe other organisms would see this and not see gray.
Yeah, that's also totally true. We know that there is a specific range of colors that humans can see, and that is different than the range of colors that dogs can see or mantis shrimp can see. So different animals can see different ranges of color. But today, we're just going to be talking about our own humans.
Okay.
There are two types of photoreceptor cells in your eyes.
Come on.
They're called rods and cones. First one is rods. So these are typically around sort of the edges of your eyes and your retina. And they're what help you see mostly light and dark. So have you ever been in a dim room and it's really sort of hard to tell the different colors apart?
Yeah.
Close squat.
It's in black and white.
So that's
12
because
rep
the rods
lagi.
are taking over and they're really good at light and dark, but not very good at color.
Got it.
On the other hand, you have about 6 million cone cells that are in the middle of your retina. They're really good at picking up those different wavelengths of light and then telling your brain what color something is.
And fun fact, that blue is the hardest color for humans to see.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
It's those rods and cones that pick up color from the light bouncing back from whatever we're looking at. So today, Alex will show us the rainbow of colors hidden in light with a little shadow play.
We have our 3 primary wavelengths of light. We have red, green, and blue. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull out this board, and we're going to turn on all 3 of these at the same time. Because it is very bright, we have one special camera that we basically put some sunglasses on to dim the lights down in here a little bit so we can see this next part of the demo.
Got it.
So tell me, what color are we looking at on the back of the board?
It appears to be white.
It's white, exactly, because we have all 3 of these colors coming together, and together
Wow.
they all make up white.
Got it.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand, and I'm going to cast some shadows on this board.
Jadi quadricep yang paling depan
They do have colors.
yang menghadap ke sisi,
These are yellow,
anu ya,
magenta,
capek.
cyan colors.
And cyan
Rasa kenceng
Cyan
banget.
is blue, exactly.
Jadi emang kita harus ngerobek otot ya, biar dirajut oleh protein sama nguras glikogen yang ada di otot.
Also known as
Itu sehat buat tubuh kita.
YK, or cyan, magenta, yellow,
Bagi teman-teman
aka
mungkin bisa mencoba anu ya, kalau pernah dengar atau belum pernah dengar itu IF,
and block one of the primary
intermittent fasting. Jadi
science are
itu juga defisit kalorinya efektif banget,
3 colors that
cepat sekali membakar kalori atau menyusutkan berat badan.
she holds her hand
Jadi apalagi kalau misalkan teman-teman melakukan IF terus kemudian dibarengi dengan olahraga, itu cepat sekali penurunan berat badannya ya. Tapi tentunya juga harus dipenuhi ya, kayak pola makan, kemudian tidurnya juga berkualitas gitu. Nanti mungkin akan kita obrolin sedikit ya tentang piramida terbalik. Jadi apa sih yang idealnya kita makan gitu kan untuk menunjang tubuh kita. Ini larutan garam bro, jadi garamnya cukup sejumput sendok teh, kemudian dikasih air penuh. Itu enak banget, jadi seger, enggak geliang-geliang.
Just in a second, actually see magenta right here, which is the exact combination of the red and the blue.
Exactly. And so finally, if we add our green light back in, now if I put my hand in front, what are we adding back?
We now have yellow.
Exactly. the red hitting a spot on that board and then bouncing into those cone cells in your eyes. It is subtractive light. It is white light minus that blue, not so much red and green together. So that's how we're perceiving light, is we're seeing those different wavelengths come together and then bounce off into our eyes and create this entire rainbow, which is pretty cool.
The subtractive color model is used in analog design like silkscreening or printing because it's the only way to achieve a full spectrum of colors when mixing pigments or ink. If you've ever wondered why your home printer wants a cyan toner refill, now you know.
I think it's really interesting how we can express the principles of physics with something that's
Habis bikin kopi bro,
eye-catching.
It's really, really cool.
Alex, thank you so much for
kopi hitam
light colors.
dengan tanpa gula pasir ya, tapi pakai tetes, itu lebih aman insya Allah. Habis ini set lunges masing-masing 12 reps, jadi total sekitar 24 langkah ya. Kita coba dulu 12-12, tapi kalau misalkan nggak terlalu kuat, mungkin saya turunin antara 8 sampai 10. Bismillah.
Some days, we've been there, we've been doing it, are simply amazing.
No one's ever had it.
The best.
My passion is environmental activism.
Oh yeah, baby. An awesome sense of adventure. Unreal. Best of Curiosity. Sundays on Curiosity Channel. Discover fascinating stories about science, space, and more with Curiosity Channel short form series, Breakthrough.
What we can expect is more extreme weather events.
Innovators and experts provide powerful insight, defend scientists as Thomas Anderson School, and a critical context to understand our world in a fast-paced modern age.
The impacts to society are going to ripple across the planet.
Breakthrough, Monday at 11 on Curiosity Channel.
When it comes to colors, no one does it better than biology. I mean, just take a look at the Golden Finch or peacock mantis shrimp. These creatures are colorful. There are two ways animals, insects, and plants get their colors. The first is from chemical composition, which means the color is a result of something occurring at the atomic level. For example, in plants, the chemical chlorophyll absorbs red and blue wavelengths of light, leaving only the green to be reflected back to us, giving the leaves and stems their green.
Luar biasa bro.
Some animals, like flamingos, get their pink
Saya kasih tips,
from the biology of
sekedar share ya,
but because of the
soal lunges barusan.
they eat, flamingos consume red, orange,
Kita kalau misalkan lunges
brine shrimp.
di tempat gitu, kanan kiri
All carotenoid.
ada dua gerakan untuk dua target otot.
Hue is.
Jadi gerakan yang pertama itu dengan mencondongkan tubuh
It's a condition known
saat maju, kemudian kaki itu nggak terlalu ke depan majunya, itu dia ngarahnya ke
treated by removing
otot depan, paha depan.
like
Tapi ketika
potatoes,
kamu melangkahkan atau maju agak lebar, agak maju ke depan, kemudian tidak mencondongkan tubuh tapi agak tegak gitu, dia akan menargetkan otot glute. Jadi itu bisa dicoba ya, nanti kalau mau lunges gitu, kenanya yang di mana, pegelnya yang di mana. Nah itu.
the same holds true for polar bears. Their fur isn't white. It's a
Terus saat squat,
tube.
tadi sebelum lunges ini, saat squat tuh
Light rays bounce around
biar nggak terlalu cedera,
then are reflected back
itu selebar bahu aja. Terus kemudian tanpa merubah tumit, kamu menyerongkan sedikit ke kanan masing-masing jari, masing-masing jempol. Harusnya kan kayak gini. Nah ini diserongkan gini, jadi pijakannya lebih enak. Dan mungkin nggak harus paralel ya, ketika kamu memiliki tulang femur atau tulang ini tulang betis itu yang panjang, itu nggak terlalu paralel, nggak apa-apa. Jadi semampunya, senikmatnya squat. Karena squat sendiri itu melibatkan otot punggung ya. Di saat kamu memiliki riwayat punggung atau sakit punggung kayak aku, itu saat sakit itu nggak enak banget untuk squat, sakit. Jadi emang harus diperhatikan benar. Biar kenapa? Jadi ketika kita nggak cedera itu kan bisa lebih enak latihannya. Jadi emang harus hati-hati ketimbang cedera lama nggak bisa latihan. Jadi jangan terlalu dipaksakan saat latihan. Kayak contohnya saya harusnya 5 set, tapi kita turunkan aja 1 set dulu atau 2 set dulu. Lanjut lanjut.
So what's happening? It's clear that energy from the light is making its way through the white balloon, where the blue balloon can absorb it and burst. So what exactly gives? The white balloon remains unaffected, not just because it's reflecting light's energy, but more importantly, it's not absorbing the energy. The white balloon allows the heat to pass right through, and in turn gets absorbed by the blue balloon inside. Who knew physics could come in so many different colors? Actually, not a bad birthday party trick. Just to burst anybody's bubble. Back to you, Nick.
Hey, Kat. Hi, Nick. Kat is my friend who is an electrical engineer, and she also worked at NASA. And I'm holding in my hand this kind of like gray metal, but it got the nickname the rainbow metal. How did that happen?
Yeah, so titanium is actually called the rainbow metal because when it is anodized, it can create a beautiful mix of rainbow colors.
So what is anodized?
That means that it's an electrochemical process that creates an oxidized layer in order to protect the metal from corrosion.
And those different layers can be different colors?
Yep, it can be.
Oh. To put it simply, anodizing a metal means using an electrochemical process to convert it into a stronger, more colorful version. The process is called anodization because the metal that gets the color treatment acts as an anode or negative end of the electrical circuit. It's kind of like the Statue of Liberty. Like, with copper, the oxidation layer is this really cool thing called patina. That's that greenish color.
Yeah.
So this really could be a bunch of different colors.
Yes,
But how do you do that?
that's exactly what we're going to do today. Okay, first thing we need to do for our experiment is connect these batteries together.
Connect them together?
Yes, in order to create a bigger battery. This is going to be our power source.
So I connect.
So each one is 9 volts. So we're going to connect like this.
You can just add batteries together like that?
Yeah.
So this is 9 plus 9, that's 18.
Yes, and you're going to add one more.
This would be 27.
There you go.
Luar biasa.
Doing it.
Harusnya
Wow.
hari ini tuh latihan back atau punggung ya.
Here and our minus.
Tapi saya coba skip.
Battery connected in series.
Saya coba skip dulu
That's me.
karena punggungnya itu
27 volt
baru aja baru aja sembuh lah, bisa dibilang gitu. Jadi saya non aktif latihan itu 3 pekan. Jadi sakit buat apa-apa tuh nggak enak. Paling cuma sesekali stretching ya. Stretching itu mulai dari otot leher, pundak, lengan, pinggang belum bisa di stretching karena sakit. Paling kaki. Wah guys, kalau misalkan lagi parah itu duduk aja nggak bisa ya, duduk. Apalagi mau bergerak ke satu titik ke titik yang lain itu sakit banget, Masya Allah. Akhirnya saya memang konsumsi obat, yaitu untuk penghilang atau killer pain. Pakai obat penghilang rasa sakit. Itu baru bisa untuk aktivitas. Makanya emang benar-benar kalau misalkan teman-teman semua atau bro sekalian itu punya riwayat sakit, entah itu yang berhubungan dengan otot, saraf, bahkan metabolik itu kayak misalkan sakit gula, hipertensi, stroke segala macam, itu kalau bisa investasikan masa sehat ini itu dari sekarang ya, karena bola bali berkali-kali saya cerita itu ya kayak gitu, sharing ke teman-teman di online. Sebisa mungkin kalau misalkan masih muda gitu kan, investasikan untuk kesehatan dulu lah. Setidaknya ambil waktu itu sekitar 10 menit untuk olahraga. Syukur-syukur itu udah menjadi kebiasaan ya. Alhamdulillah banget. Jadi nanti 10 hingga 20 tahun ke depan itu kita semua mau bisa memanennya gitu. Di saat yang seumuran kita itu jatuh sakit-sakit gitu kan, sakit-sakitan, naudzubillah min dzalik, tapi kita masih bisa mandiri, kesana sini mandiri, mandi bisa sendiri, makan, jalan-jalan gitu kan. Ya itu paradigma yang saya bangun sih, saya dan istri bangun untuk kita bagikan ke teman-teman sekalian. Habis ini latihan one leg bridges hamstring. Jadi dengan saya rebahan, kemudian saya angkat kakinya untuk seperti itu, hamstring bridge ya. Nanti teman-teman bisa catat untuk bahan latihan di rumah. Saya set dulu.
Okay, so you connected the right to positive and then to the float. I'm going to be connecting the black to the negative. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And now the final step, which is going to complete a circuit, will be the top stage. So for this, we can just dip it in all the way.
Okay. Now it's time to connect the circuit and see what shades we can make.
You ready to do this?
I am.
You want to do the honors?
I would love to.
Put your glove on.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna grab this alligator clip and you're gonna just clip it on. All right, do it.
Whoa.
Bill, did you also see that spark when you touched
I
it
did see
on?
the spark. It's like, it's definitely giving off bubble vibes.
Yeah.
Cat says the bubbles are
One leg bridges hamstring,
the electrochemical
masing-masing 12 ya, 12 reps.
molecules up.
Serutup kopi dulu.
Bubbles up while the oxygen joins with the titanium on the edges of the rock, creating a stronger, more colorful layer of titanium oxide. Okay, let's see what we got. We got gray. Definitely did something.
Yeah, it was starting to.
It's a bit of a purple gray. Maybe I should have consulted the color chart. We'll try a few different voltages. So let's try this. We have 5 batteries now. Let's go down to 3 batteries and see what happens.
Perfect.
You just go there.
And there we go.
Here we go. There's our 3 batteries. All right. Same process.
Let's do it.
Now we'll get her clipped.
Okay.
All right.
Go. Alright.
We definitely have some bubbles.
Is it me or that second, third line is starting to look a little bit like bluish?
Yeah, a little darker, a little purplish. It's looking a little blue. Alright, so we're ready to pull it out a bit?
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Alright. Oh wow, look at that. Wow. Okay, first of all, there's at least 2 different colors there. What actually, what's all the way at the bottom? Oh, it's like a yellow at the bottom.
So we kind of have a darker blue, a blue, and then a yellow at the bottom.
That is very much rainbowy.
Yeah. Okay, Nick. So if you recall, we used different amounts of batteries, which gave us different voltages because we connected them in series. We used 3, 4, 5 batteries, and we layered the effect so that we could create the different colors. So that's what's actually happening here. Do you see that?
Yeah, there's a color here, there's a different voltage, there's another color here, there's a third color, and then there's this kind of, I guess it's probably like
The top
overflow.
part,
All
yeah.
of these combined.
Right. So if you remember the very top part, remember?
Yeah. Wow. That's really cool because essentially with different voltages, you can make different colors, specifically with the oxide layers of titanium.
12 rep masing-masing kaki ya.
Rainbow metal.
Tinggal satu lagi
That's pretty great.
reps, satu lagi set.
Anodized titanium
Ini targetnya itu
buildings around the world.
hamstring.
Architect Frank Gehry
Jadi teman-teman bisa melakukan seperti yang saya lakukan tadi,
titanium
one leg bridges hamstring.
metal outside of this office
atau kalau enggak bridges hamstring aja, jadi tanpa menaikkan kaki masing-masing, itu bisa udah 2 ya. Terus yang ketiga bisa deadlift. Nah, deadlift pun juga ada 2. Deadlift itu ada 2. Kalian bisa pakai pemberat one leg deadlift. Kapan-kapan saya akan contohkan ya, one leg deadlift, sama satunya lagi deadlift aja, jadi pakai beban.
Wildlife Wednesdays, every Wednesday starting at 6 on Curiosity Channel. The first rule of espionage, don't get caught.
It's a bullet to the back of the head.
Was he a patriot spying on Russia?
I can tell you there's nothing like stealing Russia's secrets on its territory.
Or a traitor turning his back on the United States?
He had something to sell, and that was human life.
Terima kasih teman-teman yang sudah bergabung.
Rick was not only a traitor, he's a murderer.
Selamat mencoba ya, bisa di ATM, amati, tiru, modifikasi. Jadi gerakan-gerakan yang saya pun seperti itu ya, dapat beberapa gerakan itu nanti kita sesuaikan dengan tubuh kita, dengan riwayat kita gitu kan. Misal punggungnya sakit, ya jangan latihan punggung dulu, mungkin latihan bagian bawah dulu, kalau enggak yang lain dulu, lengan dulu, atau paha, atau calf raises. Nah ini nanti ada calf raises, jadi membesarkan betis ya, 5 menit membesarkan betis, nanti diikuti aja.
We did this on purpose, and that's because we're going to show you what happens when you burn different metals. Now, I know that sounds kind of weird, because what you're probably used to is you're probably used to things burning like wood, like a campfire, or a match, or maybe even like your stovetop. And you have a pretty good idea of what that looks like. You've probably been told over time that the different colors mean different temperatures. And while that is true, you can also have different color fires that actually are not related to temperature at all on that same scale for things that burn that we're very comfortable with, like wood. That's right. While we're used to wood burning orange, it only burns that color because of the sodium inside of it. If we burn other types of minerals, we can recreate the rainbow. So what does that all mean? That means we're going to take some of these metal salts, we're going to dissolve them in methanol, and then we're going to light that on fire, and we're going to see what metals burn what colors. We begin by dissolving our salts into methanol. I've chosen methanol as a base because it actually burns an invisible flame, which is normally incredibly dangerous. But today, it means the colors we see will be due entirely to the minerals we're adding. In this beaker, I have lithium chloride. I'm going to go ahead and stir that up as much as I can. I'm going to pour it in this cap. Alright. Magnesium sulfate, also known as Epsom salt in this one. Borax, potassium chloride. And our last one here is just regular old table salt or sodium chloride. Alright, let's go ahead and light these up one at a time and see what color we get. Alright, so I'm going to start way out here. This is our lithium chloride. Wow. So you see there's this really cool, like very, very vibrant red. That's the lithium right there. That is really, really vibrant red. It's almost like neon red.
Mungkin bertanya-tanya ya teman-teman, kenapa kok minum larutan garam? Itu karena memang saya tiap harinya itu sedikit banget kemasukan gula ya, atau karbohidrat misalkan, seperti itu. Karena ketika kita makan karbohidrat atau gula gitu, salah satu manfaatnya tuh bisa mengikat air dalam tubuh, berikut dengan mineral-mineralnya. Nah, ketika saya nggak makan banyak gula atau banyak karbohidrat, air itu atau mineral di tubuh saya itu akan cepat turun drastis atau menghilang dengan cepat, apalagi dipakai dengan olahraga. Makanya larutan garam atau pengganti seperti Pocari itu atau air kelapa itu bertugas untuk merefill kembali Nah, makanya dengan larutan garam itu saya menghindari gula itu tadi. Kalau air kelapa sebenarnya boleh ya untuk bagi teman-teman sekalian yang nggak menghindari gula. Tapi bagi saya itu sudah karbonnya itu udah banyak gitu. Jadi saya pakai larutan garam.
As a random grab bag, just right in the center here, we actually have all of them mixed together, and so I'm just gonna light that up. Alright, so it's kind of dominated by this green color.
Makan pun juga seperti itu ya. Jadi porsi proteinnya tuh banyak sekali. Misalkan di hari ini habis latihan, itu kalau misalkan saya lapar banget, itu siang tuh saya bawa 6-8 telur rebus. Plus misalkan kopi atau es teh gitu kan. Es teh pun tanpa gula gitu, gulanya pakai gula tetes. Terus nanti dimakan besarnya lagi jam 5 sore atau habis maghrib. Itu dengan menu telur juga, telur dadar 5 atau 6 ditambah dengan daging ayam atau ikan atau sapi. Tapi kalau daging sapi itu jarang-jarang ya, bisa 2 pekan sekali, bahkan mungkin 3 pekan sekali gitu. Kita pakainya yang di ice itu all you can eat atau bakar sendiri. Tapi lebih seringnya tuh kalau nggak telur ya daging ayam, karena itu bagi kita murah ya, tapi proteinnya tuh tinggi sekali. Proteinnya banyak.
Saying what in the natural world has already solved what it is I'm trying to solve. You can imagine a solar manufacturer sitting down with a botanist who knows how photosynthesis works. Somebody who wants to make sustainable fiber, sitting down with somebody who knows how a spider spins its web. You can imagine a shipbuilder wanting
Ini sekarang latihan calf killer ya.
reduce drag in the
Jadi 5 menit itu latihan betis. Tetap ini menu wajib ini. Pakai rompi pemberat ya, 6 kilo. Target saya tuh bisa keisi semua. Berarti tuh agak 4 mah 10 pemberat berarti sekitar 15 kiloan. Tapi masih baru 6 kilo ini. Masih panjang perjalanannya. Jadi intinya saya ini ada yang kelupaan, intinya tuh investasi kesehatan jangka panjang ya, sampai ajal menjemput. Jadi itu lebih enak, paradigmanya seperti itu.
Today's episode is a real pickle. Whoa, I'm like shocked actually. You break some of the bonds. Look at that.
Sebentar.
Big reactions. I'm Nick Uhas. Welcome to Oddly Satisfying Science. As a scientist, I'm on a singular mission to find the coolest experiments the world has to offer. And see how they can improve our everyday lives. With the help of some expert friends, we'll discover the secrets of the universe, one awesome explosion at a time. Seriously, do not try this at home. Welcome to the show. Science happens on the atomic scale. The events of the world that we can see are all put in motion by the changes in atoms that we can't see. Today, we're going to take a closer look at how breaking down atomic structures creates the world around us. Starting with the atom. What's up, Kat? Kat is my friend who's an electrical engineer, and she works at NASA. We're that really well. Here because it looks like we're going to do an electrical experiment here.
We're going to be creating a very special circuit today using
Of course. neutral, an ion readily gives up or accepts spare electrons, making them an ideal conductor of electricity.
We're basically making a pickle light bulb.
Yeah, essentially.
So what do we need to start this pickle light bulb?
You're going to take out a pickle and just put it on a plate. Once you're done with that, you can stick leaves through each side of the pickle. There are going to be leaves to the pickle. It's important to do it on either side, make sure they're not touching as far away as possible.
Okay, there we go. Wow, those are the seeds on the side. They're really small, a little bit bigger. Look at that. That is a good pickle for a light bulb.
There you go.
Kind of looks like a light bulb. Alright, so I just put the leaves in.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so now this is just a regular extension cord that we have right here.
I'm going to take my pickle cord out.
Next step is going to be to connect these to either side of the pickle. These are just alligator clips and regular clips.
Alright. Okay.
So we have the leads now connecting to our pickle. Our pickle is acting as a load or a resistor.
This means the pickle is modulating how much electric current flows through its briny body.
All we need now is electricity.
Alright, should I count you in?
Yeah.
Alright, in 3, 2, 1. Pickle light bulb. Oh boy, I feel like we're cooking a little pickle. Whoa.
How cool is
That's
that?
incredibly cool. I'm like in awe. I'm like shocked actually.
I love how it sounds.
Yeah.
It sounds like you would think electricity.
That's exactly what I would think a pickle light bulb would sound like actually. Okay, Pat, what is going on here?
So like I mentioned earlier, this pickle is acting as our load, or in this case, our resistor. So the problem with this pickle is that it's not like a regular resistor which offers a stable resistance. This pickle is actually what we call a non-ohmic resistor. Non-ohmic means that the resistance of this pickle is just not constant or stable throughout. You only see it glowing in certain parts.
To break this down further, as the electrons flow through our vegetable, its ability to conduct electricity changes depending on the pickle's thickness, salinity, and water content. These variations are what makes our pickle an erratic or non-ohmic resistor. You might wonder though, why the pickle burn fiery orange? Kat says there's a reason for that.
The color that we were seeing is actually from the sodium itself.
Now I know that sodium burns is kind of yellow, orangish color.
And that's what we saw.
That's really cool. So really it was the sodium, not pickle.
Yes, exactly.
You really did come through with making non-ohmic pickle light bulb. Yeah, I'm super impressed.
We did it.
This is Alex, my geneticist friend, and what do you have in store for us today?
We are going to do one of my favorite things. We are going to extract your DNA.
My DNA?
Your DNA. We're going to do it with really simple stuff that you might find at home. We've got salt water, we've got a little bit of alcohol, we've got some dish soap.
That seems like very simple items to extract from my pet food.
It does, but the cool things are that there are different properties of these that are going to help us actually break apart your cells and get the DNA.
Okay.
So our first step is actually going to be for you to swish around with some salt water.
Like this salt water.
That's salt water right there. We're going to use the salt water to collect a bunch of cheek cells from inside of the mouth.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and swish her out.
Take a big mouthful and then spit it on out in your Get all those cells. Get all in there, all those crevices.
It tastes like the ocean.
Teman-teman bisa cobain ya
Get salt on in there. Alright.
calf raises selama 5 menit.
Good job of pulling off some of those cheek cells.
Itu nggak cuma di betisnya aja,
Kat taught us the salt water is full of sodium ions, which hold
nggak cuma di sini,
human DNA
tapi
has a slight negative charge. So
di Achilles juga,
which separates microbes
di tendon apa ya, saya lupa, di sekitaran ankle itu
DNA is still locked inside.
itu juga ketarik, kemudian di
To break through the cell
apa ya, otot-otot di telapak kaki itu juga kerasa banget.
Exactly, they're made up of lipids, so we need something to break through that lipid bilayer. And what we have right here is dish soap. So dish soap is made to break up grease and fat on your dishes, and we're going to use that same thing to break up the fatty lipids of your cell membrane.
kurang 2 gerakan. Habis ini L-sit hold, L-sit hold, kemudian terakhir itu plank. Jadi latihan ini untuk kaki sama perut ya.
I see what looks like spit.
Okay, yeah, so there is still some spit in there, but what we're gonna have to do is we now have to get that DNA out of the salt.
Okay.
So the last thing that we have here is isopropyl alcohol.
Isopropyl alcohol is the same thing as rubbing alcohol, right?
It is, exactly. And to make this a little easier to see, I'm just gonna add a little bit of this blue food coloring to it.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this isopropyl alcohol blue so that we can see it. And
Terima kasih teman-teman yang udah
on top of
mantengin
that
terus ya.
saltwater spit
Semoga kita
solution.
dalam limpahan rezeki yang mudah,
Exactly. It's
terus
low
kemudian
fat, so we
dimudahkan
should be
dalam
able to float this on top.
menjemput kesehatan ya.
Alright, so now that we've added the isopropyl
Dengan
alcohol,
olahraga rutin,
can you see
terus
there are 2 layers forming? So
asupan
the blue
makan.
top layer, that's the isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, and then there's a clear saltwater layer underneath.
Right here. Yeah.
And then you
tidur
see that
berkualitas,
filmy,
itu
sticky
semua
stuff
paling
in
tidak
between the
bisa
two.
dipenuhi.
It's kind of goopy and gel-like.
The goopy gel-like stuff is your DNA.
Oh.
So it's right there. It's right there. That is your DNA. So what I'm going to do is give you this spare stick,
Okay.
and I want you to gently see if you can move that DNA around, see if you can look at some strands of it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Touching my own DNA.
you are touching your own DNA.
Oh, I got it.
That's a strand of your DNA.
Oh my good lord.
Now that's probably a bunch of strands stuck together. It's really hard to see a single strand, but that was your DNA right there.
That is wow.
Come here, baby.
Some days
We've been there, we've been doing it.
are simply amazing.
Y'all gonna have it.
The best.
My passion is environmental activism.
The bees. Oh yeah, baby.
An awesome sense of adventure. Slow down.
There's the curiosity.
Habis ini kan L-sit ya, L-sit hold. Jadi
Massive urban core is
nanti bentuk L, tubuh kita bentuk L. Biasanya saya
the financial epicenter
melakukan L-sit hold itu di belakang dengan bergantungan itu, bergelantungan di pull up bar. Tapi ini saya coba
of infrastructure
pakai box
working in unison to keep
ini ya,
breathing.
box. Nah ini box ini.
Things won't be too pretty. NYC revealed Friday at 8 on Curiosity Channel. It's got speed. It's got airtime. Got some pretty good drops. You've got a good idea of what's about to happen. You've experienced the feeling. Now explore the science behind the amusement physics. Great fun. Ride along
Ridiculous feeling.
with Science of Thrills, Monday at 9 on Curiosity Channel.
Now this is also kind of how like DNA.
Ini L-sit hold max ya,
You know, figure out
sekuatnya harusnya 4 set tapi saya pakai 2 set.
Using that spot to gather your cheek cells, and those cells are what they do really this same thing in the lab. They collect them, they bust them open, and they pull the DNA out.
DNA extraction like this is used not just for information on your ancestry or to solve crimes. It's also used to develop vaccines and study genetic diseases.
Sorry.
Wow.
The word beetle comes from the Old English word bitula, meaning little biter. Looking at this beetle, it becomes clear why they earned this name. When hunting, the tiger beetle is always on the move. Its larva, on the other hand, has a completely different strategy. It lurks in a burrow dug in the sand, hiding from unsuspecting prey. Ready to strike at anything that ventures too close. Only if they've eaten recently do they withdraw into their burrows and pose no threat to any passerby. But if they are hungry, they are ready to strike with incredible speed.
Ketarik semua ya.
Is lucky. Misjudged its
Ini karena melibatkan otot lengan juga.
held it into safety.
Otot leher ketarik.
But usually
Kemudian perut pasti, perut bagian atas
the surface.
yang dekat yang di daerah diafragma. Kemudian kekuatan itu punggung bawah, pinggang, pinggul. Karena saya biasanya bergelantungan, kalau bergelantungan kan enak ya. Tinggal naikin kaki. Terus itu juga ini sih apa ya? Melibatkan otot lengan juga. Jadi mungkin istilahnya kompon ya. Tapi lebih
Millions of years
statis.
has produced a huge variety of predators, and beetles have their fair share of hunters. One of them is easily recognizable. The seven spot European
Oh iya.
ladybug.
Sebisa mungkin saat latihan tuh atur nafas ya.
In the Middle Ages, it was thought
Kapan saat keluarnya, kapan saat menghirupnya itu
Virgin Mary
membuat kita lebih
the farmer's crop.
sedikit atau sedikit lebih banyak itu kuat dalam resistance ini, latihan beban,
Their chase names
lebih endurance.
ladybugs
Tapi kalau saya itu kurang endurance-nya, aerobik maksudnya.
and procreate.
Paling ambil sepekan itu sekali latihan HIIT ya. Jadi kayak jump rope, pakai jump rope itu 10 set.
Around the world. The Asian
Terus ada latihan perutnya juga.
distinguished by the white and black shield behind its head. It's an even more proficient hunter. It can jump through up to 250 inches in a single day. Such killing efficiency led it to being exported from Asia to Europe and North America as a biological pest control in the 1990s. Unfortunately, the Asian ladybug turned out to be a hyper-efficient breeder as well, producing up to 3,500 offspring a year. 8 times more than its European cousin.
Lanjut lagi ya.
For predators, its population has skyrocketed. Both species usually coexist peacefully, but if the aphid population falls, the larvae of the Asian ladybug often satisfies its voracious appetite a little closer to home. It turns cannibalistic and eats the eggs and larvae of its European cousin. Only a few decades after its introduction from Asia, it's become a pest itself, though in evolutionary terms, it's simply fitter than the native species. Beetles are world champions in exploiting every food resource and using every environmental niche available. The flora of a temperate forest is a very diverse ecosystem, filled with life and possibilities. One family of beetles has adapted to it completely. In the course of evolution, the golden ground beetle has lost its ability to fly. But while its locomotion is limited, its diet is broad. It lives prefers on fungi and carrion, and even small animals, like snails.
Cuma bisa 30 detik bro. Harusnya max itu target 1 menit ya,
Snails may
per setnya 1 menit.
albeit slimy
Tapi udah capek duluan.
at first.
Perut,
You have to
pinggul,
cross that shell.
kemudian lengan. Capek. Udah 2 set. Ini yang terakhir habis ini plank ya. Plank itu juga maksimal target 1 menit, tapi coba kita lihat. Ambil 2 set. Saya set dulu.
Slow to escape most predators, but it has a secret weapon. It's a thick, dull-tasting mucus. To reach the snail's flesh, the golden ground beetle must try to fight its way through the goop. The mucus soon covers its face and clogs its mouth, making attack a rather sticky situation. It's enough to deter this predator. The beetle gives up and resorts to cleaning itself up instead. A clogged mouth is bad enough.
Plank 2 set.
But the
Masing-masing setnya maksimal target 1 menit ya.
it must clean them before the mucus dries and hardens. Otherwise, it will lose its ability to smell, and that would be a death sentence. The snail lives to fight another day, but not for long. This beetle, the black snail hunter, could be seen as the snail's arch nemesis. Slime trick is useless against this predator. Its jaws are lined with brushes, perfectly adapted to deal with the sticky mess. It seems to like the taste. Once the beetle has finished its slimy hors d'oeuvres, it will crawl into the shell for the entree. Beetles might be the most successful insects, but they're not invincible. In a split second, hunters can become the hunted. Beetles are readily available and highly nutritious. They're an important food source for many animals, such as the great spotted woodpecker. Like many animals, it preys on both the beetles and their larvae. While forests may present a wealth of food sources for beetles, they also present a wealth of enemies. To survive, beetles have developed a diversity of strategies. Flying is usually the safest option. But for a small creature like the beetle, hiding is a natural alternative. But one beetle has developed a very extraordinary trick to escape predators, even when they fall directly into harm's way.
Lumayan terpenuhi bro. Udah ditahan-tahan. Bentar. 1 set lagi plank.
A beetle on its back is a quintessential victim, utterly helpless. Or so it seems.
Ini kalau misalkan bro-bro sekalian mau nyoba plank ya, itu saat plank normal tadi, reguler seperti saya tadi, diusahakan coba kalau misalkan mau nyoba tantangan lebih ya, dan agak berat. Jadi saat pertama nempel di lantai, terus sikunya itu coba ditarik ke belakang sampai mentok, kulitnya sampai mentok gini, ditarik ke belakang. Nah, itu titik yang terberat itu saat ngeplank. Nanti ada lagi plank kayak misalkan itu plank siku ya, elbow plank. Kemudian ada yang tangan, yang seperti ini, itu lebih agak enteng ya. Kemudian ada side plank, itu untuk obliknya. Jadi macam-macam sebenarnya kita mampu ya, di rumah aja itu udah cukup untuk bentuk apa, otot perut. Sebenarnya otot perut itu juga udah ada sih, tinggal dibentuk aja dan apa ya, ketutup sama lemak kita. Saya pun masih ada lemaknya juga, jadi memang harus dikombinasi antara latihan, asupan makan, jangan kebanyakan karbohidratnya gitu. Lebih dibanyakin porsi proteinnya. Itu otot perut. Kemudian tadi mau ngomong apa ya, lupa. Oh iya, untuk sit up itu sebenarnya dia lebih tensinya tuh di punggung bawah ya. Jadi kalau misalkan kayak saya yang ada riwayat sakit pinggang gitu, itu memang saya hindari sit up. Kemudian hanging leg raises gitu kan, yang gantungan sambil kakinya itu diangkat-angkat kayak gini, atau tiduran terus kemudian diangkat-angkat kayak gini. Itu tensinya lebih ke pinggang. Jadi biasanya saya ganti menggunakan crunches. Crunches itu posisi rebah kayak sit up itu, tapi yang naik itu hanya sebagian tubuh atas. Jadi nggak sampai naik kayak gini, tapi hanya gini. Nah, jadi lebih ngenain otot perut bagian atas. Kita plank lagi ya terakhir. This female firefly or lightning bug looks more like a centipede than a beetle. But luckily for her, it's not her appearance that will attract the mate. On warm summer evenings when the sun sets, fireflies show off their chemical attractant. Fireflies have a special blood organ located in the lower abdomen. The glow it emits has a single purpose: sex. As night falls, the males swarm in the air and light it up. Waiting on the ground, the females respond with their own sexual glow. Light is energy released from a complicated biochemical reaction. But instead of dispelling most of this energy as heat, the fireflies turn 95% of it into light. This also ensures they don't get burned. By day, the male reveals itself to be small and rather unimpressive, although unlike the female, he at least looks more like a beetle. During their brief adult life of only a few days, fireflies never eat. They're too busy procreating. The male isn't much more than a vessel of semen and 6 eggs. The female, a tube filled with eggs.
as the plant was only growing life and will die in about 10 days. The female turns into a ladybug and goes looking for a place to lay her eggs. Once that task is complete, she too will die. A few weeks later, larvae will emerge from the eggs. But it will take 3 years for them to reach maturity and join the magical light show that illuminates summer nights.
Luar biasa. Selamat datang bro.
Beetles' reproductive
Besok rencana
are as varied and complex.
hari selanjutnya itu mau coba
Another reason
habis ini tuh shoulder, bahu ya, latihan bahu. Insya Allah saya live kan juga di TikTok.
offered creatures
Jadi sekalian mau ngasih tahu teman-teman ya
triggered an
gerakan-gerakan apa aja
species.
latihan saya gitu kan. Terus sambil sharing minuman atau minuman protein atau minuman yang lain
They also
dan
pollinated the
makanan apa saja gitu ya yang
role in their evolution.
yang saya makan gitu kan. Ya itu bisa kita sarankan sih, saya sarankan. Nanti tinggal teman-teman sesuaikan dengan
Allowing wildflowers
kondisi teman-teman sekalian.
This door beetle follows grazing herbivores around, but it isn't interested in nectar or pollen.
Terima kasih teman-teman yang sudah bergabung. Baik, mantengin terus. Mas Reps, terima kasih sekali. Semoga bisa ketular ya. Kita saling support semuanya, saling sehat bareng. Jangan malas-malas untuk olahraga, untuk hidup sehat ya, pola hidup sehat. Kalau yang masih merokok ya bertahap kurangi saja kalau menurut saya ya, saran saya gitu. Saya dulu juga perokok juga ya, tapi lambat laun ini udah tahun ke-5 nggak ngerokok ya. Jadi ya rutinitas olahraga, makan banyak protein, kemudian minuman juga paling pol itu kopi. Saya masih suka ngopi. Selebihnya air mineral. Jadi yang saya kontrol itu gulanya ya. Gula itu saya kontrol very low. Oke, cukup sekian. Terima kasih teman-teman. Saya berpesan bahwa hidup sehat itu nggak ada ruginya, nggak akan sia-sia. Malah bermanfaat bagi kita ya. Selama kita masih bisa bergerak, masih bisa mengusahakan sehat ya, usahakanlah. Karena kita akan menuai hasilnya itu di usia-usia senja besok. Ketika teman-teman kita itu yang seusia dengan kita itu udah katakanlah nggak semangat lagi, kurang aktivitas, kita masih bisa gitu. Karena apa? Kita biasakan dari sekarang, karena yang namanya biasa itu jadi mudah ya, jadi ringan. Terima kasih teman-teman, khususnya Mas Reps. Semoga kita bisa jumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
10 times its own weight over rough and steep terrain. It pushes and pulls